This document is being edited live in a browser using Collabora Online. No Google Docs, no Microsoft 365 in the cloud. In this video, I'm going to explain what Collabora Online actually is, who it's for, what it's great at, what it's not great at, and whether it's worth considering for your workflow. Let's take a step back. Collabora Online is basically an online office suite you can run inside your own environment. If you ever wanted Google Docs vibes, but with more control over where your files are, this is one of the main tools people look at. A quick disclaimer, this is for education only, and I'm not sponsored, and your experience will depend on how you deploy it. Here's their core pitch in plain English. Collabora Online lets you view and edit documents, spreadsheets, and presentations directly in the web browser. And it's designed to integrate in your own infrastructure. So instead of uploading documents to a third-party suite, you're typically hosting it yourself or using a provider that hosts it for you, which is why people bring it up when they care about data control and privacy. The easiest way to understand this is to use the demo. Here, you could try the free demo by entering your first name, last name, company, role, sector, email, and you get an email to get your login to your demo. Once you get the login to the demo, head over to the link to the site and log in to demo.eu/collaboraonline.com. Here, you have all the demos you could use to see if this really works for you. Here, I can open an inward ship report doc. Here, I have a sheet pulled up, guitarmoonshop.com, SRP rank, and all this example search data and revenue data. What you really notice from this is it looks like an online office editor, not some weird stripped down viewer. It's really high quality, and it is worth your time to use, and at least worth trying compared to Word, Docs, or Excel. On top of that, it's not just Docs. Spreadsheets are also part of it, so you get a big bundle with all of it in one, as well as other data formats that are included in Microsoft bundles. One thing I really like about it is how it's browser-based, and it's really easy to access from anywhere you look at. The simplest explanation I've seen online actually came from Reddit. One person put it like, imagine it like Google Docs, but using LibreOffice instead. It's pretty much basically all it is. Even on their own site, their main theme is control. One testimonial literally says the biggest advantage is having greater control over your own software and where the data is going. Now let's talk about real user feedback. On review sites like Capterra, as well as just looking up on Google and getting an AI overview, you'll see a lot of positive experiences, but also some consistent pattern. People like the collaboration and flexibility, but mention it takes some time to learn or set up. For example, one review basically says it made teamwork more efficient, but took a bit to get used to. It's a pretty fair summary of the tools in this category, strong when deployed well, but annoying if you expect a one-click consumer app experience. It's not going to be easy, it's going to take a bit to set up, and it's going to be slow and resource intensive, like Julie P says here. And one thing to note is that some of these reviews are incentive based, so you should take all of them with a grain of salt. Now, the pricing is where things can start to get a little confusing, because it's not like a typical sign up and start using type consumer app. On Capterra and GetApp, you'll see a free version listed for testing and home use, and then paid tiers that include support, long-term support, releases, SLAs, and signed security updates. That's a very business and IT style pricing model, not a casual creator tool model. Here, you'll see how it says £3 per user per month, and then for enterprise is personalized volume discounts and no specific price here. You need to get a quote. If you're a business that needs reliability and support, you're paying for that. If you're just experimenting, you might want to just stick to the free or community style option or the demo for now. Here's what I think Collabora Online does well, based on what they claim and what users tend to report. First, file compatibility. They emphasize compatibility with major document formats, including Microsoft Office formats. That's very important because a lot of alternatives fall apart the moment a real Docs or XLSX show up. Second is the control and compliance. They position it as a GDPR friendly and controlled by you, which is basically we don't want our docs floating around somewhere angled. They want to keep them secure. Third, it's built for integration. If you already have a platform where your files live, Collabora Online is the editing engine you bolt onto it. There are a few downsides though, like how there is a steep learning curve and this isn't just for simple consumer usage. Performance depends on your environment, and if your server is slow or your internet is weak, browser-based editing can feel sluggish. And it's not the same thing as Microsoft 365, but cheaper. It's an alternative workflow, and it's just different. If you're comparing options, the most common alternatives people choose are Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, and other self-hosted editors like OnlyOffice. The only choice depends on whether your priority is convenience or control. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want more reviews like this, where I show the real pages, the real demos, and what users actually want, subscribe to Howard's How-Tos. Drop a comment for the next video you want.